You know, donkeys have always been considered beasts of burden, but the ones you're about to meet, so to speak, have it made in the shade. Susan Watson spent the day at a farm near Chapel Hill where little donkeys rule in a big way.
The old saying, great things come in small packages, is certainly true at this farm here in Chapel Hill. Now, it's easy to see how Joe and Dale Hayworth once fell in love with a miniature donkey named Norton, and that love just grew and grew.
I had carried around a little picture in my billfold of a miniature donkey for years, and I'd tell people, one day I'm going to have one of those. And I saw an ad in the paper, and he came home from work, and I said, let's go see this donkey. It says 34 inches. I just can't believe anything's that small. So we went and saw it, and I got within 20 feet of it, and I thought, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. That's going home with me. So I told him, you'll never have to buy me anything again as long as you live. Just let me have it.
And from then on, it's just kind of snowballed into what we've got now.
And what they have is well over 50 miniature donkeys, all living happily together on their farm, appropriately named
Half-ass acres, because that's what they are. They're little half-asses. We bought out a guy that had named the farm. He asked us if we wanted the whole herd and the farm name too, and of course we said yes, so that's how we came upon it. And my sister just had a fit, said, you cannot name your farm that, you can't, and we just insisted, and her preacher even told her that he thought that was the cutest name that ever was.
Every donkey on the farm is registered and has a microchip ID number implanted under the skin. This number corresponds to the extensive records the Hayworths keep on each donkey. But even with 50 plus to keep up with, Mama Dale knows every baby's name by heart.
Oh, it's easy.
I can't remember them all. Dale can.
I can't.
I remember most of them.
Not only do they have their names and their nicknames, but they have more than one nickname too. I like unique names. The last three babies, the last one's named Hey Sailor, and then after that was Tease the Boys, and we call her Flirt. One of them, all of our friends were watching her on the monitor, and we didn't think she was ever going to have that baby, so we named the baby My Own Sweet Time, and we nicknamed her Tardy.
All babies born here come into the world under the watchful eyes of Joe and Dale, thanks to some strategically placed donkey cams.
Joe put cameras in every stall, and it's on the internet. Anybody can watch them being born, and I usually put a notice on my website and email all my friends when one's close.
Once they arrive, these petite pets are pampered with daily doses of TLC. These donkeys love attention, and being herd animals, they form close attachments with their owners and other donkeys. Establishing a bond and gaining their trust is an important part of their early training.
They have the reputation of being stubborn, but they're not stubborn. They're cautious. They won't do anything they consider unsafe, but you can sweet talk them into anything. If you can convince them that it's safe, they will do anything, follow you anywhere.
I followed Joe and Radar and Dale and Jose out to the back pasture where they train for obstacle course competitions.
We have a lot of customers that have them just for pets, just like, in their yards, like dogs like we started, and love them and never go to a show and perfectly happy. But usually when they see how much fun it is, if they join our club, they'll want to start showing them or driving them.
It did look like fun, so we decided to let Radar show me the ropes. With a little more practice, I think I could eventually be trained to finish at the same time as my four-footed friend.
Good boys! Good boys!
Then I was invited for a nice drive in the country. Oh, and by the way, the fuel economy on this sporty little convertible is just phenomenal. The donkeys were still sporting their winter coats on our visit, but just before shows, they're clipped and groomed to look sleek and shiny.
Here in Tennessee, we've started our own Tennessee Donkey Association, and we've got, I think we've got like 80 members, or maybe 90. They have all the same classes as big, large horses, only you may lead them through the obstacle instead of ride them. They're too small. Of course, a child 100 pounds or less can ride them. You do see children riding them. But we drive them or lead them, and we'd have the halter classes, which judges their conformation. Just costume classes, that's one thing the kids love. They dress them up in costumes.
Joe and Dale and their diminutive donkeys have brought home some prestigious awards. But win or lose, rain or shine, their hearts are always happiest here at Half-Ass Acres.
I mean, I just love them. I mean, they're just the greatest things there ever was. I mean, people that come in here and see them, they're just amazed that you can walk in the pasture and they're all over you, and you can rub them and pet them and they don't kick you and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. We wouldn't change anything out here unless we could maybe fix this fence I'm looking at right now. But other than that, everything's pretty set, you know.
You can have the weight of the world on your shoulders, spend 5 minutes with a donkey, and all's right with the world. What could be better than being surrounded by love?